In this video, we are going to be looking at Unit 2, Quiz 2, reteaching around the concept of y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b is our slope-intercept form. Sorry, that y didn't look very good. In y equals mx plus b, y and x remain variables in the final answer, while your slope, which is replacing the m, and the y-intercept, which is replacing b, helps for you to be able to graph a line on a coordinate plane. And this is also something that allows you to identify slope and y-intercept when you have this equation. In number 1, what is the slope of the line? Remember, slope is the lowercase m in the equation. And in our form, y equals mx plus b, we can see that the coefficient of x is the number 4, so the answer is 4. What is the y-intercept in the equation y equals negative 2x plus 5? So again, since we know y equals mx plus b, our y-intercept is the variable b, and the variable b is the constant 5 in this situation. What I would like you to do now is answer the following questions. In number 1, you were given y equals 4x minus 7. What is the y-intercept? In number 2, you are given y equals negative 2x plus 5. What is slope? If you said that y-intercept is negative 7, you are correct. And for number 2, if you said that slope was negative 2, then you would be correct. Number 3, a line has a y-intercept of 5, so that means that b is equal to 5 because b is the variable to identify the y-intercept, and my slope is negative 2. Slope is negative 2. Lowercase m is the variable for slope. To write this equation, you know you have y equals mx plus b. Again, the y and the x stay because those are going to be there for all of the points that lie on this line. And now we're going to replace m with negative 2. You have to put that x there because it's negative 2x. And in this case, it is plus 5 because it's a positive 5. Number 4, write the equation of this line. In order to write the equation, you need to know the y-intercept, which is b. What is the y-intercept? On the y, we can see that this line crosses the y at 3, and that is a plus 3 because it's positive. What is slope? Slope is the m. I have to look here at where do I have these points. I go from any 2 points to find the distance between them. I have to move up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Slope is a rise over the run. I rose up 2 and I ran 1. These are positive, so therefore slope is positive. Remember, when you're looking at a graph, as you go and your eyes cross, you're going to see that that is a upward motion. So this is a positive slope. so slope is 2. Now that we know the y-intercept and slope, I write y equals mx plus b. I keep my y, I keep the x. My slope is 2, and my y-intercept is 3. Write the equation of the line. Again, find your y-intercept, which is the b value. Find slope, which is your m. What is the y-intercept? If you said 3 again, you are correct. What is slope? I see I go down 1, 2 to the right, down 1, 2 to the right, down 1, 2 to the right. Down 1 is a negative movement, 2 to the right is positive, so my slope is -1/2. Now I'm going to write y equals mx plus b. What is your slope-intercept form? Y equals, slope is -1/2, x, don't forget the x, plus 3. A family goes on vacation with $600. They spend $100 per day. Write the equation that'll give them the amount of money left. Now y equals mx plus b. We also talked about in past lessons that b is the starting point. The starting point or the initial value. How much do we have to start? Well, they go on vacation with $600, so I know they have $600 to start. They spend $100 per day. So every day they are losing $100, which is their slope. So y equals -100x. Some people like to write this as y equals, well, I had 600, then I'm going to take away 100 for each day. Both of these equations are correct. Now I'm going to use this equation to figure out how much money will they have after 4 days. The x represents the number of days in which I've spent $100. And so I can see that I spent $400 from the $600, leaving me with $200 left. Number 10. Use the slope formula or draw a picture to find the distance between x and y, or in different terms to find the slope. Now here you would have thought of y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. This is x sub 1, y sub 1, my first point. This is simply the second point, so it's x sub 2, y sub 2. When I plug these in, I would have had 12 take away 4 and 5 take away 1. 8 over 4, or a slope of 2. The last one, you needed to convert the equation from standard form into slope-intercept form. Or another way of saying, rewrite it so the y was left alone on the left-hand side. Since I'm always going to move that x first, I am going to add 3x to both sides. When I add 3x to -3x, I have 0, and I'm left with y on the left, and y is equal to 3x, and that is a -6, so I have to keep it a -6 below. Here are your practice problems. You need to identify the y-intercept. Number 1, identify the y-intercept, slope, and write the equation. The y-intercept here is 2. Slope is rise 2, run 3. Rise 2, run 3. It is a positive slope and it is a positive y-intercept. Y equals 2/3 x plus 2. Try number 2. For number 2, that y-intercept is -1. I can see that this is a negative slope. I have to move down 1, 2, 3 over 2. Down 1, 2, 3, run 2. Down 3, run 2. It's a negative slope. Y equals -3/2. Whoops. Don't let me forget. X minus 1. In number 3, okay, let's start here. Y-intercept 1, 2, 3, 4. Y-intercept is -4. Slope is down 1, run 2. Down 1, run 2. Down 1 is -1. Run 2 is +2. Y equals -1/2 x minus 4. Number 4. Y-intercept down 2, -2. Slope rise 2, run 1, 2, 3. Rise 2, 1, 2, 3. Rise 2, run 3. Y equals 2/3 x minus 2. Number 1, what is the equation of a line in slope-intercept form having a slope of -3 and the y-intercept is -2? Y equals mx plus b. Y equals, my slope is -3x. Now my slope is -3, it's getting times x, and my y-intercept is -2. Because that y-intercept is -2, I can see I only have one possible choice. And it matches because the slope is -3. What is the slope and the y-intercept of this function? Slope is not 3. It's not -3. Slope is -2/3. My y-intercept is positive. So D is my answer. Number 3, what is the slope and y-intercept of the linear function y equals 5x? Remember, y equals 5x. There's nothing here, but I know it's +0. Y equals mx plus b. B is 0. Slope is 5. Your answer is A. Which of the following is not true about the statement y equals 1/3 x minus 2? Well, -2 is the y-intercept. Does the line go through 0, -2? So on a graph, I would say 0, -2, that is the y-intercept. So that is true. Remember, we want to find what's not true. The slope can be found by rising 3 and going over 1. Rise 3, move to the right 1. But my slope here is rise 1, run 3. So B is not true. The slope is 1/3. That is true. The y-intercept of the line is -2, and that is also true. So those are not what we're looking for. If you need to retake this video after scoring, you are able to do so. When you are done and you received a score that you would like to have replacing your original quiz, please email me so I can look up your score.